We're going live now. I just realized that I'm going to be using coolant this time, which might change some things here. So, machining some V-wallet frames. These things right here. I've got 1/8" plate right here. I'm going to do about 3 operations. Got to do drilling. I got to do pocket, and then I got to do also a contour. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a contour. So let me double check, see if I'm live here. Yep, looks like I'm live. Cool. Let me see here. Go to my video. Just hang with me real quick, guys. Hang with me real quick. Oh, there it is. Sweet. Looks like I'm live. All right, cool. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to touch off the this tool. Where is my controller? Okay, so this is my MR1 CNC machine, and I am going to touch off this 1/8" aluminum plate with an 078 diameter drill. So I'm going to get as close as I can without breaking anything, and I'm going to just kind of jog it down a little bit further. And so I put this little shim underneath here. Click this down. If you see my other videos, you'll see that I use a 2/1000" thick steel shim. So basically touch it off like, actually that's the way. Touch it off like that. Where's it at? Sorry guys. There it is. Okay, cool. So I just touched off the top of my plate with an 0.78 drill. So I'm going to call this 0 from my tool. And now I got to bring it back up. All right, cool. I actually zeroed out my X and my Y, so it should be good to go now. All right, guys, so we're going to be doing some live machining here with my MR1 CNC machine. So I got to put some coolant on this thing so it doesn't get too hot. So cut an 1/8" thick. If you didn't join me right away, I'm making these V-wallet. This is a minimalist wallet aluminum piece. So I actually get them anodized, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to cut these out, and it should turn into this. So I black anodize it, and here's my wallet. So I'm going to make these things, okay? I'm going to make these little frames inside here, but I put carbon fiber on the outside. So if you guys want one of these, I'm going to leave a link in the description. These are super useful, a lot smaller than regular wallets. So if you guys are interested, go to creativehaka.com. But what I'm going to do is actually show you how I make them. And it looks like I am ready to go. Let me pull this up right here. Do this out. Okay, cool. Everything looks good. If you guys want to watch some live CNC machining, here we go. All right, hopefully my phone doesn't get too wet in there. All right, here we go. So I'm just doing a pec drill all the way down. I'll zoom in there for you guys. Just doing some pec drilling right now for the screw holes. There we go. And so these are going to be tapped with a 348 screw. I use one of those auto retractors. I'm going to show you guys that in the future video. It's actually a pretty cool tool. I put it in my drill press, and you drill it down into the thread, and then you reverse it up, and it auto reverse. It's pretty cool. So uh, anyway, this is just drilling the holes for those threads. So this should take a couple minutes. I just don't want to get my phone too wet. Anyway. Hey, what's going on, Pazvella? And so this Coco Chanel, this is a V wallet frame. So let me show you real quick. I'm making these things right here. And right now it's just drilling those holes. If you see that, just peck drilling those holes. But these are going to be tapped at a 348. And what this is actually, let me show you my wallet. It's the frames for these V wallets. And it's, I call it V wallet because that's a V right there. These are RFID blocking. So I'm just basically making a few of these frames here just to show you guys how I do it. So right now it's just drilling the holes. The next one is going to do the pockets, and that one's a little bit more exciting. For right now, it's just drilling those holes right there. But should be done in just a moment. Right here. Hello, everyone. Oh, my comment there. There it goes. All right. So we got two more holes. Two more holes. Then I'm going to change it out to my 1/4 inch bullnose cutter. And that's it. So I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to send it to front, and I'm going to change over my tool. I'm going to show you guys how I change over my tool. So right now, it's just kind of lifting up. It's going to come to the front. There's a cool feature that says send to front. I just push that button. So first thing I got to do is take out this drill bit right here. Take this out here. And I'm going to show you what a bull nose is. It's not a ball nose. It's not a flat end mill. So a bull nose, what it is actually a flat end mill, but it's got a radius on these corners here. So it's got a 30 thousandths radius. This is called a bull nose. So it's a mixture of a ball nose and a flat end mill. But this is a 1/4 inch carbide. I use a 4 flute, and I just cut through this material. It's actually pretty good. Try to shorten it up a little bit. But every time you change your cutter, you got to touch it off to your material. I do have an auto tool setter, but I'm just showing you how I manually change it. So let me blow off a portion of my material, and that's going to act as my Z0 right there. And I'm going to take my controller here, move it down there, bring it down, and this is going to be for my my next tool. I'm using a G55 offset. If you guys don't know what that is, it's just a work offset to where I tell the machine where I actually set my material. And let me go down slower so I don't crash into anything. All right. And I use a 2000 thick shim. It's one of these things right here. And I just put that between my material and the cutter. And I zero off. Hold on a second. Click it down. So I just put it between there, between my material. Oops. My phone is falling off. Sorry, guys. All right. So I just put the shim between my material and my cutter. I'm going to call this 0 on my G54. And I'm going to lift it off, pull it up. So my Z is set for my cutter. My X and Y are already set from previously. So let's go ahead and bring this head up here. Bring it up. And we're going to cut a pocket. This one's slightly more exciting because a lot more going on, a lot more chips flying and stuff. So you guys might be able to see some pretty cool stuff. So Let me load the program. Give me 1 second. So this is going to be the pockets. And looks like we're ready to go. So here we go. Oops, actually almost sprayed myself with some coolant. Let's put this aimed right at that cutter. And let me see. There you go. So that looks good. All right, cycle start. Here we go. And sorry for all the spray. We might get a little wet here. Oh shoot! I think I did get my phone wet. Hold on a second. All right. You guys are gonna get an outside view because I'm really getting my phone wet. This is awesome. Sorry guys. So it is cutting. Let's see if I get a side view. It's hard to get a view here. So you guys are gonna have to hang on tight. I'll show you the after. Wow, I really got my phone wet. That sucks. Anyway, so right now I'm just cutting some pockets, and this is the piece that I'm making. It's basically cutting these pockets here. This is where the strap goes for my wallet, and I cut down about 70 thousandths of an inch. So this is the inside. It's going to be covered by carbon fiber, and you got an elastic piece that goes around there. Is this pretty loud? I can't tell if you guys are hearing it pretty loud or not. So, to me, it's pretty loud. But see if I can zoom in a little bit. You can't really see it because. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's see that. Oh yeah. There it goes. Yeah, it's getting water. It's getting coolant all over my floor. That's awesome. All right, let's wait till this thing finishes. It's cut. But again, I'm just these are frames for my view wallet, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's anodized. So I get an anodized black like this. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's gonna eventually turn into this. This is a wallet, a little metal carbon fiber wallet that I make. I don't think you can see it better this way. There's a carbon fiber there. It's pretty cool. But what I'm cutting right now is these frames that are on the inside. They're aluminum. They block RFID signals. But I sell these on my website. I'll leave a link in the description. Go to creativehaka.com and you'll see these. But yeah, it's cutting out the second pocket. This is my tool path right here. Let me wipe out my phone a little bit more. Sorry, guys. So let me zoom in here. So I don't know if you guys ever used cut control before. This is for the MR1. It's actually pretty neat. I like the graphics on it. Looks pretty nice. So right now it's just cutting out the profile. There it goes. Cutting out the final pass. I got 2 more pockets for this wall to cut. And there it is right there, cutting. I would open the door, but it's going to get super wet out here with all the coolant spraying at me. So anyway, so next tool path, which is down. And again, I'm using a 1/4 inch carbide bull nose with 30 thousandths radius on the ends. Sorry, the next maybe the next cut I can let you guys inside of the box there, but this just kind of gets cool all over the place. There you go. Here's my tool path again. See if I can get a better view this way. Yeah, sorry, you can't really see too much there, guys. I will definitely show you the after effects These things get shiny. Actually, this it gets pretty shiny. It's smooth. The cut that it's making, these pockets, they cut very smooth there. So the other side, I just leave that regular finish, a mill finish. Anyway, it's got another pocket right here. And it's gonna do that full pocket there, and then I'll blow it off, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done there. I'll show you in just a second. So running at 8,000 RPM, 35 inches per minute. Again, it's a 4-flute bullnose, and it's running the roughing. Now it's going to run the finishing pass. And the finishing pass. Now it's got one more pocket to do. I didn't realize there'd be this much coolant flying at me, so that's why I'm keeping the doors shut. I don't want to get all drenched with my coolant. So, see the coolant dripping down my machine? That's awesome. All right, almost done. So it's running the final passes of the roughing pass for that pocket. And it's going to come back around and do the finishing pass. I think I leave about 5/1000 of an inch on the outside. I don't do a spring pass, I just do a finishing pass. And this should be close to the finishing pass. All right, now it's doing this finishing pass right now. There it goes. It's almost done. All right, almost done. I'm going to hit stop when it pulls up. All right, there it goes. Actually, I'm gonna let it retract. All right, here it is. Blow this off a little bit, and I'll show you what I machined here. All right, cool. Wow, that went deeper than I wanted. Oops. So, live fails, guys. Live fails. All right, let me pull this out. I'm going to show you what it did. So, actually, I gotta do the contour. Pull a Z up here. That's awesome. All right, so let me. Oh wow, that cut that all the way through there. That's great. Nice. Okay, well, this is a fail video. I'm going to show you what it looks like though. That's awesome. All right, sorry guys. It's out of the way. All right, so what happened was I think I forgot to hit my Z0 on on my my surface there. So this is kind of more or less a lesson for you guys. Make sure when you touch off your tool, you hit 0 out for the tooling, or it's going to take the Z0 of the previous tool. And now I got to resurface this thing, which is, it's fine. It's just material. But anyway, hopefully this was helpful to somebody. Just a fail video, just to show you guys that it shouldn't look like this. Should actually look like this, but I cut a little bit too deep. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream, and I will see you guys later. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe and like it, and we'll see you next time.